Hello, good evening, and welcome to Amus College Stadium here in Eastern Uganda, Bukedia district for the action of the FEASSA Games into this 21st edition, where Uganda hosting for the 7th at critical time into this competition. Team here will be lining up, and of course a battle between the two giants will be giving us another good show at this newly constructed stadium here in Eastern Uganda. Amus College taking on St. Julian School, or champions of the nationals in Uganda, taking on the first runners-up. Remember, Amus College lost to St. Julian by 3-0 in the final played in Masaka into the national finals. So we'll recap over this final, and of course will be payback time for Amus College. What will be St. Julians will try to make things happen as they play against a side coming in from Eastern Uganda. So Amus with much to do into this game coming in from Group B, of course having likes of 5 teams: Musingu High School, Amus College, Rugunga, St. Julian School, and Kalangala, all there from Tanzania. 2 teams coming in from Uganda will be lining up today to give us another beautiful show live on FIFA TV. Referees coming in from Tanzania, led by Hussein Uthman, Musakira Joffrey from Tanzania, Twezimana Thion from Rwanda, and then Kono Yasina from Tanzania will be managing the proceedings into this piece of action live here from Eastern Uganda. This is a Team Uganda that, of course, about the two giants, with Amus College warming up into this action. Battle between Coach Nimrod Chintu taking on Coach Felix Sekavuza, or 2 captains, and the 2 goalkeepers called by the officials. As again, we'll be giving you this piece of action with the 2 teams here playing at the first 2 games, with St. Julian winning up against that was Kalangala by 2-1, and of course losing yesterday in the game play at Mbale Municipal Stadium to Rugunga by 2-1. So meaning St. Julian will have 3 points in the 2 games played, as Amus College have already a point, and of course the winner in so far the 2 games played. So table led by Musingu, all the way from Kenya, played 2 games with 4 points with a goal difference of 4, and Amus College have so far played 2 games with 4 points with a goal difference of 1. Rugunga from Rwanda in the 3rd position played 3 games with 4 points with a goal difference of 0, and St. Julian coming 4th into this action of a Group B into this FEASSA boys category, as well played 2 games with 3 points with a goal difference of -1, and Kalangala from Tanzania has played 3 games with only a single draw, and with a goal difference of -5. So battle between Amus College, who are sitting into the 2nd position, taking on St. Julian School all the way from Uganda, sitting into the 4th position. Must win here for St. Julian to try make chances of qualifying to the semi-finals, and again Amus College will be trying to at least pick up another good chance to win against St. Julian's side that beat them in Masaka in the national finals. Welcoming you down to this stadium, Ben Sinalia, Toto Majub, Abdul Muzamir, or Bakole, or Team John Brand, Busula Davis, led by head coach Chintu Nimrod, and coach Felix Sekavuza, bringing on Sesazi Tom, captaining the St. Julian side, Tony Katangalala, Musa Elia, and the player coming in from a Race of Grace, that is Frank Sekanjako, had a good game when they played. That was a side coming in from Tanzania in the first game. 2 benches for these 2 sides as we head down to this piece of action. Oh, 5 teams, and of course looking in down for the 2 teams to qualify to semi-finals. Football boys having 10 teams that are partaking into these games this season. Amus College aiming in for some kind of a revenge against St. Julian High School. It's a goalkeeper there, Tony, for St. Julian side. Oh, the crowd is much electric here at the Amus College Stadium here, and the home team will be counting onto this as we head down to this piece of action, as the fans are asking many of the questions on how their teams are performing to the girls and to the boys category. Remember, the girls won their last encounter when they played here, and the boys in the first game they played here against the Kenyan team went down to get and pick up a point in that full-time 2-2 draw. A referee checking on the 4th official and the general coordinator for this entire game. Everything is much very put into the right directions, and of course we'll be getting underway at exactly 4:30 p.m. local time here in Uganda, and of course Eastern Uganda. Action coming in from a Group B as referee takes us underway into this action of the FEASSA boys category from Amus Stadium. Welcoming you down to this beautiful piece of stadium, and of course teams here eyeing in for the top positions. I'm your match commentator Lawrence Wanika. For those joining us for the first time, you're watching the games into the boys side, and Amus now trying to go in for that kind of attack. Rain here for picked up by that is Sharif Hussein. Another good ball down to the right wing as the captain will be trying to march onto Energy. Cross comes in here. Looking down for Simon Wanyama, who scored in the game they played against Tanzania in Katangalara. Side from St. Julian with the pointer piece at the Amus College side. With the goal kick here for Amus College team. Or goalkeeper says I will be delivering that ball up front. That is Ben Sinadia. Amus College winning their second game against the Rwandan side. That is Apela Rugunga winning by 2-1. It's a good ball there from Sam Owalam. Chasing on is Ryan Giggs Osinya. The chance here for Amus College coming in from the right wing as Sonko Hafiz delivers the ball down to Bashir Mansul Hafizu. Sharif Hussein claims in for that. A challenge with the two players coming in from the same team. One is Songo. And again, Bashir Mansul, who played for, that is Paida Black Angels into the recent campaign of the fourth regional games. And I'll be featuring into the Ghana Premier League prior to the official starting date into the games to be played. Bashir Mansul brought down by, that is Jaid Mwanda. Game of no mistakes where two teams really will be gearing up for those two wins, as Amus College are now playing down to that pressure, all exacted from the fans. They've been asking a few questions on to the head coaches from on how they played into the ladies category, and now we're getting these new faces, and again they will be trying to match on how they've been playing against St. Julian High School. Bashir Mansul still receiving medical treatment in the opening 4 minutes of the game here in the Amus College side.
They were beaten by 2-1.
This is a Group B with action coming in from Group A. But had St. Mary's Chitende winning up against Benjamin Mokapa Stadium into action that came in from Amus College Stadium 1. Chitende winning by 4-0 and trying to win some business there. Referee calling on the official stretch onto the field now because Bashir Mansul could be having some injury concern here. That is their strategy on how they've been playing and how they played that game into the national finals. Another heavy blow to Amus College School. That's if that player fails to make it back onto the pitch. Group A with the Bukedia Comprehensive St. Mary's Chitende Highway Secondary School, St. Joseph's Chitale from Kenya, and Benjamin Mokaba from Tanzania. All also playing into this 21st edition of the FEASSA Games held in Eastern Uganda. Mansul has been stretched outside, as I will be going in from some further statements. Captain Toto Majub tries to convince the senior referee on how Mansul Bashir was funded. But will be going in for this restart. Long ball from Sonko. Good defending there from Mukasa Edisa. There will be no time to waste because the home team wants to score a few of the goals, and they want to make the things happen because they are playing another stronger opponent. St. Julian having that official flag off when they had that dinner in Kampala. Now this is their third game into the group stages. Second, Jacob Frank forcing his way down to the right wing, brought down. Trying to find his way through the two players there, but ball started. Tom Sesazi. Second Jacob back to the defensive areas. Elisa. Controlled by Ryan Giggs. Tries to lay the cross inside. That was another poor take from Giggs. Now picked up by the boys in the yellow jersey, Amus College. Sonko Hafizu. Abdurazak Muzamiru. All looking back to the Amus College right back, but Wanda makes that a bit of black around the military premises as players are still receiving treatment here around at the stadium touchline. It could be an annual concern, and head coach will be trying to look onto his technical bench from the Amus College perspective. They will be trying to plan on how to handle that Amus College situation, because now they are playing a man down. Goalkeeper Sinalia Ben. Long ball from Sinalia. Had a good control from Sam Owalam. But again, Amus College trying to drive forward. Cross. That was a little bit poorly executed from the left back position. Anthony Katangaralo. All starting that quickly down to the defensive areas. Sampuli Ismail. This is our senior, Ryan Giggs. It is that ball around at the midfield premises and cleared away by Toto Majub, coming into the central areas. And the captain, Tom Sessa, delivers the ball up front, looking down for Wanyama Simon. Quickly, combining down to the right wing. There goes Frank Sekanyako. Being denied in the best fit there from the Amus College skipper, Toto Majub. The longest serving player for Amus College and a student at this same school. And now Amus trying to keep that position, but loses that position finally. Tom Sesazi. It's Savini Eric. This is Giggs Osinia. James Sekate. Now St. Julian. Captain trying to stretch a little bit forward. Cross 15 inside by Sesazi and put away by Toto Majub. It's a pretty good defending from the home team. They're trying to close those few spaces and keeping in the mind that, of course, they consider that those are two early goals in the game they played in Masaka. That was at the Mpungu Arena. Well, gaming ending in a 3-0 full-time win in favor of St. Julian after a 2-0 win in the first 45 minutes played. And now, long ball here from Toto. Well, Xavier. The challenge here, referee blows that whistle for a set piece here for Amus' side. Sonko onto Bashir Mansour is back onto his feet. Good news coming in from Amus College side. Sonko crosses from Sonko. Ball control. The chance here for Amus College is at the box. Tries to let the ball inside. That was pretty good defending from Mukasa Elisa. Doing that dunk work around their defensive areas. Now dropping is Simon Wanyama. Senior Ryan Giggs. Sampuli Ismail delivers the ball into the best way, because the player who is really facing some of the challenges just right to the ground. And Sonko, Uganda under 17 product, played for the under 20, and of course is now trying to play for a few things here. Remember, he played for Amus College last season when Amus College lost to St. Mary's School Chitende in the game played in Huye. Chitende beating Amus College on penalties after a full-time draw. They are down for, that is a St. Julian, and Jaid Mwanda Next to be regaining that energy. This was the chance they had from Bashir Mansour. After it was seen a coming off from that injury concern and serving that treatment. Cross came in the best way. And that boy there, Sam Owalam, didn't deliver the ball to the best expectations, and now they have a player down. And St. Julian now, referee will be replying on to that call. This is Simon Wanyama, one of the players who scored in the group opener against the side coming in from Tanzania, that is Kalangalala. Scored along with Senkusu Patrick, scoring those 2 goals. This was the challenge that came in from one of the defenders, Christopher Lubuka. Trying to capitalize onto that energy because they know on how this game could be moving after losing that sweet final. This was the challenge, and ball given away to the best way. Another player will be receiving treatment here. One of the strikers there for St. Julian High School will be having this throughout the entire game for the 80 minutes because it's really a game to watch. Remember, teams are chasing in for a different kind of formalities. Remember, and Musi College, who feel want to win against this team, and St. Julian also want to try make a few things happen. Want to pick up a double into this semi. Good ball inside. The goalkeeper was just equal to that set piece. Ben Sinalia goes a little bit further to try deliver the ball down to the left wing. Ball controlled. Sekamate or Tim John doesn't deliver the cross. Tries out using his weaker right foot. It was pretty much to the heads of those 2 players, and actually Bashir Mansour was the last player seen trying to raise a little high, made that ball inside. Good cross, good energy, and good view, with the goalkeeper now trying to send that message to the players around the defensive areas. Look at that from the left wing, and Bashir Mansour could not try much up on how the ball was seen floating inside. Sesazi was almost losing that, but last touch coming through from the Amus College side. Tom with the flick from Simon Wanyama. It's another challenge. Trying to keep that ball into the official playing area, but another challenge that was seen by the center referee. And the captain will be stretching up some few things and wanting to deliver that message, and of course will try much to see that, of course, St. Julian High School make their way to the next stage, that is the semi-finals of these FEASSA games. A free kick here for St. Julian High School. It will be the captain, Tom Sesazi, deliver this ball just right inside the box. Sesazi Tom. Very few of the red shirts around at the box area. Referee trying to look on how players are really going in for each other. Sesazi to deliver this ball here for St. Julian Schools. Ball comes in from Sesazi. That was meant for the players just right around at the goal area, but that ball having a good message, and of course lacking that kind of a best address. And the opening 15 minutes of the game right here at the Amus College School. Bosula clears. We're trying to play that ball for safety reasons, as now Giggs or Senior tries to look on for the left wing play, as a player was trying to go down and spread a little bit wide. That is James Sekate. And now Musi. Now the defenders there, Christopher Lubuka drops the ball away quickly. Good controlled chance. Abdul Razak. This is Amus College's ball, and The chance to deliver that ball down to Bashir Mansour. As now Amus are trying to go for the right wing for most of the cases since this game started. We've seen most of the crosses coming in from the right wing compared to the wing that has Sam Owalam. The two players here trying to combine and making the very best out of this. It is Sonko Hafiz and Bashir. Cross from Sonko. Not as much from Sonko, but controlled by Sam Owalam. Can they try pick up the right support? The players trying to surround, led by Sekanyako Frank. Cross from Majib Toto. Now taken up by Jaidi Mwanda. A long ball there from the captain, Tom Sesazi. And just right down to the box area. And the goalkeeper, Ben Sinalia, telling the players to try extend a little bit far because he will be delivering that ball a little bit and will be trying to exert that much energy. So now Mosi College are trying to go in for this attack under St. Julian now on the break. Oh, second Jacko tries to tease around the eyes and the hands of the goalkeeper into the opening 17 minutes of the game. For St. Julian, the Ugandan champions. That is Sekanyako Frank, a student at St. Mary's School, Chitende, and a product of Rays of Grace Academy. Ben, cleared by Ryan Giggs. Away by Xavier. With the coach Felix Sekabuza lining up for a 4-2-3-1 formation as it was in the game they played in the final in Masaka. All have four defenders: Giggs Senior, Mukasa Edisa, Sampuli Ismail, and the captain Toma from the right wing, right full back. Attack here made by the Amus College side, Bashir Mansour. Cross comes in and picked up by the hands of the goalkeeper. This will be something here for the St. Julian. It will be yellow card here for Amus College this time around. And the keeper feeling that pain around the right thigh. Was yet to the referee to call on to the medical team. This was the chance here coming in from the right wing. Bashir Mansour will deliver the ball to the best way and picked up by the hands of the goalkeeper. But again, finally, Amus College player was seen kicking. That is the goalkeeper. That's a bookable offense, and the first yellow card of the game goes to the hosting team here. That's why the coaches, the substitutes, and of course the players on field to try call on the center referee. This is the match crowd following this game live here at the Amus College Stadium open stands. Love to see Amus College winning, want to see Amus College progressing, but of course they have this hurdle against the Ugandan champions in the national Prospero games that were held in Masaka. Goalkeeper Katangalalo Anthony, good control, Bashir Mansour, and Amus College. Mansour denied by Mukisa. This is again Sonko. Trying to come challenge was Ryan Giggs Senior. Throwing taken quickly. Well, approaching the 28th minute mark into the first 40 minutes played so far. Still a goalless between Amus College and the St. Julian School. Senior Ryan Giggs. Chasing in was Christopher Lubuka. Lubuka doesn't want to leave any stone unturned on how they lost that final. This is quite a good time for them to try reply back and again pick up something against these tricky boys. Senior played away by the legs of Bashir Mansour. Long ball up from the chase zone here from the Amus College striker. Laying that push onto the St. Julian central defender Sampuli Ismail. And that was Davis Pusula. Four Ugandan teams all eyeing in for the semi-finals, and of course we're trying to play for number 1 and number 2 into these two groups respectively. St. Mary's School Chitende Bukedia Comprehensive in a Group A as Amus College and St. Julian School, all from Uganda. Can we have a Ugandan set featuring in for these FEASSA games? Second question, how will be coming to the viewers that are following these games live on FEASSA TV, and again watching in from different places of Uganda, likes of FEASSA TV, and following all the updates coming in from these organizers. Long ball loved by the right back Sonko Hafizu. Throw-in taken by Rigigzo Senior. The challenge here comes, and it will be another chance here for St. Julian Schools. Again, it was Christopher Loboka who was dropping from the defensive areas and now coming into the central places to try deny these players the right path. Long ball from Osinya. Ball kept, and of course had no quite good measurements from the Amus College, rather again from the St. Julian School left back Christopher, blocked by Xavier Mungu Jakisa. Long touch back to the hands. Team John lays it away quickly, and cleared by Mukisa Elisa. Good defensive work done by Christopher Luboka. It's now Amusi and Abdul Razak Muzamiru was into for this because I was pushed right from the St. Julian official area. And now Lubuka will try to deliver that ball just right inside the Amus College expectations. Long ball comes in, touch from Cesar Zitone. Frank Sekanyaka now trying to force his way, with the goalkeeper trying to just right, and goes down to the left wing. Makes that a sweet clearance. Keeping that keen eye on how the players were really running in, and reading on how the right back and the captain Tom Sesazi were making that decision. Finally, was another good defensive decision made by the goalkeeper or team. The corner seen by the man in charge. Frank Sekanyaka standing on through the right way as trying to again block that quick start. Long ball from Toto Majub, cleared by Sampuli Ismail. Team John trying to run forward, and goes in for this, so trying to plan on how to deliver that ball coming in from the left wing. Player brought down, and the referee does no mistake. Referee points onto the spot. Penalty for Amus College in the opening 25 minutes played so far at the Amus College Stadium. Look at how the fans are reacting onto that. They really feel they can try pick up some maximum points today against this tricky side, St. Julian. Challenge was inevitable, and again look at how the defender went on to try bring her down at this Amus College player. But the player went down finally, Ismail Sampuli has put St. Julian schools into these match problems in the opening 25 minutes of the game. So Amus have a chance to try lead this game against St. Julian. Referee checks the official water break as will be trying to command on how this chance could be taken by the Amusi College side. Goalkeeper Anthony Katangalalo is out, standing around the penalty spot. Referee holding on Anthony Katangalalo, telling him to try go back and stand onto the official goal line. And again, receive those official goal line regulations as per the penalty spot. Mr. Patrick Nsiaji, appropriate Amusi College School, watching on, along with the delegate Latif Mafuko. A chance here for Amus to make it one through their captain Toto Maju, who scored in the opening fixture of a Group B against the Kenyan side and scoring in from a penalty spot. And a second penalty here for Amusi College into this competition. Nairobi, the captain Toto Majub against Anthony Katangalalo over St. Julian Schools. Whistle goes. Majub Toto. Can Majub Toto lead Amusi College to the expectations? Can Majub Toto put Amusi College forward against the Ghanaian champions? Majub! Toto Majub sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Amusi College leading St. Julian School by a goal to nil. Powerfully struck into the bottom corner.
It's now 1-0 for Amus College, and water break now.
And Toto Majub sends the crowd into celebrations here as they've scored in this third fixture and opening up the account at home against St. Julian Schools. One for Amusi College and St. Julian School nil. Referee sends these two sides this official water break into the opening 40 minutes played. Sanko Hafizu. Fans are electrified and now see how they are reacting, see how they are singing, see how they are running around at the open stand because they're filling up something right here. They're filling up something burning against the Ghanaian side champions. Mungunja Kisa. Sabidi Eric. Referee doesn't pick up the right interest as the ball has been played into the St. Julian half. Edisa. Long ball from the goalkeeper Tony Katangararo. Denied by Bashir Mansour, and again Bashir Mansour. The call here for set piece with the yellow card out of the pockets of the center referee. Will be delivering a few duties right before we head back to this piece of action. Also went in for the 2 fouls. The referee was seen sounding a few warnings to the St. Julian School player, or calling on the player that has been held responsible for that. That was Ashilo Senior was trying to drop. Well seen, and of course, yellow card will be shown to James Sekate over St. Julian School. Well, second booking for St. Julian as we are approaching the 38th minute mark into this encounter. Amusi College are leading against St. Julian. Referee sharing a few words with the coach for St. Julian, protesting on how that matter was handled, but a referee going in for the final take. The coach Felix Sekavoza for the boys in red. Long ball comes in. Sulwa! It's another good fine block made by Mukasa Edisa. Yellow card confirmation here, with the goalkeeper now trying to tell the players that, of course, it's too early for us to give in. Corner for Amus College. The Bashir Mansour won't be taking that as a player that again has been seen walking around at the edge of the penalty area side. Good chance again for Amus College through this space set piece. Alvin drops the corner away. Goal scored by Toto Maju into the 27th minute of the game through a penalty. But now leading against on St. Julian side. Away by Katangalalo. And cleared by Toto Maju. Ball is back into the St. Julian half with a good control from Mukasa Elisa. Good touch. Mungu Jakisa now was trying to let that give and go down to the left back player, that is Ryan Giggs Senior. Isabide Eric. Another foul coming in from the Amus College side. Senior leaves that challenge to one of the central defenders for St. Julian, who are looking in for the second win into this Group B standings. Long ball here, the flick, and a good control from Simon Wanyama. Wanyama again. Xavier Mungu Jakisa. Sesazila lays it away, and cleared by Toto Majub. Well, any game it is between these two sides. Ball has been started now. This is Sowalam, all times one. Once again to pick up that support around the midfield premises. This is Amus College. And a good ball at this possession by Frank Sekanyak. Good turning. And now St. Julian. Simon Wanyama trying to put that great resistance with a defensive work around the midfield by Sharif Hussein. Picking up the possession, turning as was denied right access. That is the call that was made by the man in charge. Lubuka Musulwa. Bashir Mansour to the bar line, cross comes in, good chance, and a miscue around at the edge. This will be a free kick here for Amus College. So the St. Julian, we are very lucky that didn't take place into the official area. Would have been a very bad cause. They will be now going in for the second penalty. Oh, that could be it will be just right inside the official penalty area, but referee points in for a set piece. Take a look at this all happening, and the player was brought down, a clumsiness into on how the St. Julian school players are trying to defend. This happened just right at the edge by the player, of course diving into the official penalty area. Inside the final 5 minutes we played right at the Amus side, and the coach, but again the referee with the St. Julian Captain Atoma Sesazi. They could be punished for the second time. They could be put into that hot soup here. A good chance just right at the edge with the number of players into the yellow jersey trying to plan on how to take this up front. The goalkeeper Tony Katangararo leaning against the upright. Thomas Sesazi, Sekanjako Frank, could be a number of players lining up to try defend this, around close to 5 players. Also the referee is taking up this yellow card confirmation to the player there, Sampuli Ismail, for that challenge. That again would have sparked into the second penalty for the Amus College side, but referee was seemingly to be into that lenient mode. But now let's see on how Amus could be going in for this take. Chance here for Amus College. Ball struck onto the it takes a deflection and into the hands of the goalkeeper. Well, there's another good take through the St. Julian defensive volley that was lined by the goalkeeper. Well, almost picking up the back end of one of the players who was standing around the defensive areas. Ball taken to the captain, Sesazi. Cross comes in from Sesazi. Good chance here for St. Julian. Nick of that header could not be the best for the Ugandan champions. The goalkeeper takes a few seconds. Ben Sinalia delivers the long ball up front with Dennis Busula now. Razak Abdul Muzamir. Good challenge. Ball picked up. Sesazi playing to that much pressure. Sonko with another fine block, and now ball position back to the legs of Amus College side. Otim, and again Otim with the ball through the players. Fight is on. And a good challenge. Dennis. A good control down from Toto Majib. Alvin Sekamate. That is Osama Bakole. Mwanda Jaidi. Captain Sesazi. Good control from Wanyama Simon. Wants to find the right back. Sesazi, but the ball has been denied. Rising Sekamate. Does not want to find and match at that height. Bakole. Brian. Abdul Razak. Sekamate Alvin. Sekamate again. Wants to deliver the cross with the block, and seems it could be something here for St. Julian. Down to the final minute of the first half. St. Julian devising means of at least picking up an equalizer before the end of official time in the first half, but Amus College are now trying to strategize as the fourth official signalizing 2 minutes about the time into this interval. Luke has been responsible for all set pieces that have been coming in from the Amus College half. Sekamate. Our stoppage time is only 2 minutes, with St. Julian still trailing by 1-0. Once again, we're marching towards the end of the first half. It has been so entertaining from these two Ugandan giants. Mwanda. Sekamate. Captain Sesazi doing up the work from the right wing. Still, players finding it really hard to try go past to the right flank. That has the likes of Frank Sekanjako and Thomas Sesazi. Brian. Good ball down to the blind side as Chachin just coming in from Bashila. Of course, probably the two players try to deliver the ball to Sonko, who's connecting in from the right further end. Player down. Osinia. Frank denied. Bashil Mansour. Chipping that ball over the legs of one of the central defenders, Mukasa Elisa. It was having that energy that, of course, could not see that player slicing in for that much space. Finally play, will counter that ball around the bar line. Sankonseda. Isabid Eric. Now Frank Sekanjako turning out from the right wing, or changing a few things right here from the coaches are trying to deliver the services. Shot comes in here from James Sekate. The referee blows at the halftime whistle to end the proceedings over the first 40 minutes of the game. Officially here at the Amus College Stadium. Just a game which has been inside the first Sanza as Amus College found their way through their captain scoring from 12 yards into the 27th minute of the game against the Ugandan champions St. Julian. Interesting it was, as now be gearing up for this exercise to try see on how they'll be playing in the upcoming 40 minutes of the game. Half time it is from the Amus College side. Amus College School 1, St. Julian High School 0.